Hello, my name is Rizal Idris and I'm from English Education Department, Semester 5. And today I will be telling you a story about Bawang Putih and Bawang Merah. Okay, let's get started. A long time ago, in a nice quiet village, there lived a wealthy merchant. He lived there together with his daughter, who was named Bawang Putih. This merchant's wife has long passed away. The merchant was very fond of his daughter because she was very obedient and kind-hearted. One day he came home bringing a woman and a daughter with him. He wanted to marry this woman. So Bawang Putih now has a stepmother and a stepsister named Bawang Merah. When her father went away for trade, her stepmother would treat her like a servant. Bawang Putih did all the work that she was ordered. She cleaned the house, cooked, washed clothes, and looked for firewood. If Bawang Putih made a mistake about her work, she would punish her by not feeding her. Every morning, her stepmother and Bawang Merah would took turns shouting at her, "Hey, Bawang Putih, wash my clothes!" Not yet finished washing clothes, Bawang Putih would be yelled by her stepmother. "Bawang Putih, prepare for breakfast now, we are hungry." Bawang Putih would respond by saying, "Okay, mom." Because Bawang Putih worked so hard and was punished so harshly, her body became thinner. One day, Bawang Putih's father returned home feeling very sick. Very sick. Bawang Putih was very sad because of it. She never left her father alone. However, God decided differently. Bawang Putih's father died. "Father, don't leave me behind. Don't leave Bawang Putih," said Bawang Putih. While Bawang Putih wept and cried, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were very excited because all the property and house belonged to them now. "Look, Bawang Merah, he finally died," said the stepmother. "Yes, mom, we will be rich," said the stepsister. Bawang Putih's life was miserable after her father died. She was no longer had her father to love and comfort her. As her stepmother and Bawang Merah further tortured her, uh, Bawang Putih tried to be patient, but sometimes she would cry at night. "Lord, please help me. Why are they so evil to me?" said Bawang Putih. One day, Bawang Putih went to the river to wash clothes. She was very sleepy and hungry, and her body was weak. While washing her clothes, Bawang Putih didn't realize that her mother's favorite scarf had washed away. When she put all the clothes back to the basket, she was surprised. Her stepmother's favorite scarf was not there. "Mother's favorite scarf is gone. Oh no, it's drifting down the river. What should I do? I wanna go home. My mother will scold me," but said Bawang Putih. Finally, Bawang Putih decided to go down to the river to look for her stepmother's favorite scarf. In the middle of the road, she meets a farmer who was washing her cows. "Uncle, did you see the red scarf floating down the river?" said Bawang Putih. The farmer nodded and replied, "Red scarf? Oh yes, I saw it." The red scarf was taken by an old grandmother while she was washing her clothes by the river. The old grandmother's house was on top of the mountain. After hearing that, Bawang Putih immediately headed up to the mountain, and there she found a wooden house. Bawang Putih knocked on the door of the house and said, "Excuse me, grandmother, did you find my mother's red scarf?" The old grandmother came out and then greeted Bawang Putih. "Oh dear, let's go in. What's your name?" My name is my name is Bawang Putih, grandma," Bawang Putih responded. The old grandmother would give the red scarf back in one condition. Bong Puti must help her with the chores first. All day she helped the grandma cook, look for firewood, and then clean the house and wash clothes. For Bong Puti, all this work are easy because she was used to doing it. Finally, it was time for Bong Puti to leave, uh, and then the grandma gave her the red scarf back. Bong Puti, this is the red scarf you are looking for. And oh, I want to give you a gift, a pumpkin, for you because you helped me with all the chores, said the grandma. On a table there was both a large and a small pumpkin. Bong Puti chose the small pumpkin because she was also gonna carry the basket of her. Hmm, I chose the small one, Grandma, said Bong Puti. Okay, take this little pumpkin, but remember, you can't open the pumpkin until you get home, understand me? Said Grandma. Well, Grandma, I will do anything you said Bong Puti. And arriving home, Bong Puti was scolded by her stepmother and Bong Mera. Where have you been, Bong Puti? How dare you leave without my permission? Said the stepmother. Forgive me, forgive me, mother. I was. Stop! Enough, Bong Puti. I don't need your excuses. They continue beat her. Then they saw the pumpkin she brought with him. Cut the pumpkin and cook it. We are starving because of you. Bong Puti then took a knife and split the pumpkin. What a surprise! The pumpkin was full of jewelry. Ah, where did you get that pumpkin? said the said Bong Mera. Bong Puti then told them everything. Oh, Bong Puti, why don't you have chosen the large pumpkin? It would have much more jewelry, said Bong Mera. Hearing the words of Bong Mera, her stepmother have an idea. Looks like I have an idea, said the stepmother. The next day, the stepmother and Bong Mera went to the river deliberately, and then they washed away the scarf. Uh, and they secretly followed the scarf as they watched it away. And sure enough, the red scarf was picked up by the old grandma again. The stepmother and Bong Mera followed the old grandmother and went up to the mountain. As they walked, Bong Mera would complain about how far it was. Ugh, I'm tired of this. I just want to go home, said Bong Mera. Bong Mera, be patient. Soon we will get more jewelry than Bong Puti, said the stepmother. But mom, I'm tired. I said be patient. Arriving at the old grandmother's house, the stepmother and Bong Mera knocked on the door of the old grandma, and, and the grandma welcomed them warmly. Uh, the stepmother and Bong Mera pretended to be sad and asked about the scarf. Oh, dear grandmother, did you find my mother's red scarf? Said Bong Mera. Oh yes, I just happened that grandma found. That happened. That just happened that grandma found the scarf on the river," said grandma. Just like with the, just like Bong Budi, the grandma would give them the scarf, is if they help her. The only way to get the pumpkin was to help the old grandma, but they still couldn't stop complaining. Oh, I'm so tired. If it weren't for the pumpkin, I wouldn't do this," said Bomera. Yes, I'm also tired. Hopefully there will be more jewelry in that pumpkin, said the stepmother. Finally, Bomera and her stepmother finished with their work and the old grandmother's house and said goodbye. The old grandmother gave the scarf back to Bomera, and then the stepmother uh, and then give the scarf back to the stepmother. On a table there was two large pumpkins, and there was one large pumpkin and then small large pumpkin. Uh, choose one pumpkin, as a gift from me, said the grandma. Of course, one of the stepmother and Bong Merah chose the largest pumpkin. Of course I choose the large one, grandma, said Bong Merah. Yeah, I choose the big one, said the stepmother. Remember, don't open the pumpkin before you get home, said the grandma. Yes, grandma, uh, that's for sure. I will go home first, grandma, said the Bong Merah. Bong Merah and her stepmother did not obey the advice of the grandmother. On the way home, the stepmother split the pumpkin because they were impatient to get their hands on the children inside. Mom, let's just open it. The grandmother will never know, said Bomera. Yeah, let's just open it. I'm curious, said the stepmother. However, they were in for quite a surprise because the inside of the pumpkin were venomous animals such as snakes, scorpion, spider, and centipedes. They were both bitten by a snake. Oh, what is this? Where's the jewelry? Why are there all those animals in here? Ouch! What should we do, Mom? Uh, I also got bitten, said they both. They're very panically talking to each other because they're still in the middle of the forest. No one can help them. The stepmother and Bong Merah both died from the snake bite. Because of the greed, they both oh, they both died by a snake bite. Meanwhile, Bong Puti lived happily ever after because the jewelry that been given by old grandmother ma- was made was making her rich, and then she continued her father business and enjoyed the fruit that she obtained by kindness. Well, that's all for the story for today about Bong Puti and Bong Merah. Hope you enjoy uh, my panic explanation, my panic storytelling. Even though I'm still new at this. Uh, Hope you enjoy watching. Have a good night.